Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. We are back with the paper Shakespeare Studies. Today our first topic is Shakespeare's enrichment of the English language. William Shakespeare is renowned not only for his literary genius but also for his profound influence on the English language. Shakespeare is credited with coining or popularizing over 1,700 English words, many of which remain in common usage today. His linguistic creativity emerged through flexible grammar, inventive word formation, and a poetic experimentation. Shakespeare employed several strategies to enrich English vocabulary, converting nouns into verbs and verbs into adjectives, creating compounds and adding prefixes or suffixes to familiar words, borrowing and modifying Latin or French terms, using words in striking or novel contexts that allowed them to gain popularity. New words introduced or popularized by Shakespeare include adjectives, first one, majestic, first used in Julius Caesar to denote regular or noble grandeur. Gloomy, that is found in Titus Andronicus, expressing emotional darkness or sorrow. Suspicious, used in the plays like Othello to show mistrust or doubt. Critical, related to judgment or decisive analysis, appearing in works like Othello and Coriolanus. Shakespeare invented verbs include assassinate, that is a powerful term first seen in Macbeth, referring to the covert killing of a prominent figure. Swagger, used in Henry V to describe arrogant or boastful walking. Dwindle, meaning to gradually decrease, as in Henry IV Part First. Rant, that means denoting wild or passionate speech, featured in King Lear. Shakespeare invented nouns include addiction, that is used in Othello to refer to strong inclination or obsession. Outbreak, that is used in Henry IV, describing a sudden occurrence of conflict or disease. Eyeball, first literally used in The Tempest, a now standard anatomical term. The next word, that is eventful. Eventful is used in As You Like It, suggesting a life full of significant experiences. The next word, that is laughter, frequently employed across Shakespearean comedies to capture joy and mirth. Shakespeare's linguistic contributions reveal his deep understanding of human emotion, intellect, and a rhythm, making his plays timeless and English more expressive. Now let's go to the next topic, that is famous phrases and quotable quotes from Shakespeare's plays. William Shakespeare's contribution to the English language extends beyond the new words. He is also credited with coining numerous expressions and quotes that have become integral parts of modern speech and culture. Common expressions coined by Shakespeare. Break the ice, used in The Taming of the Shrew, first used to describe the act of initiating conversations or easing social tension. The phrase is now commonly used in everyday interactions, particularly in social setting. The next, bear my heart upon my sleeve, used in Othello. This phrase signifies being open and vulnerable, displaying one's emotions or feelings clearly to others. The next, all the world is a stage, used in as you like it. It is used to convey the idea that life itself is a performance with the individuals playing various roles throughout their lives. The next, the lady that protests too much, methinks, used in Hamlet. This line is often used today to suggest that someone who denies something too vigorously is probably guilty of it. The next expression, to be or not to be, that is the question. It is from Hamlet, one of the most famous philosophical musings in literature, asking whether it is better to endure life's hardships or to end them. The next line, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. A line from Twelfth Night. It is a statement on the nature of success and greatness, suggesting it is attained through various means, either by birth, effort, or external circumstances. The next line, you too, Brutus, from Julius Caesar, a powerful expression of betrayal famously spoken by Caesar as he is assassinated by his friend Brutus. Something wicked this way comes, a line from Macbeth. This phrase evokes a sense of foreboding and impending danger, often used today to hint at something sinister or ominous. The next line, a fool thinks himself to be wise, but a wise man knows himself to be a fool. It's a line from As You Like It, spoken by Touchstone. This above all, to thine own self be true, is a line from Hamlet. Here Polonius advises his son. Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once. A line from Julius Caesar. Caesar speaks here. All that glitters is not gold. It's a line from The Merchant of Venice. Prince of Morocco speaks. The better part of valor is discretion. A line from Henry IV Part First. Falstaff speaks. My love is thine to teach it how to be. A line from Merchant of Venice. Nerissa speaks here. The course of true love never did run smooth. A line from A Midsummer Night's Dream. Lysander speaks here. What's in a name that which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet? A line from Romeo and Juliet. Juliet speaks here. Brevity is the soul of wit. It's a line from Hamlet, spoken by Polonius. Give me my robe, put on my crown, I have immortal longings in me. Antony and Cleopatra, here Cleopatra speaks. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. A line from Midsummer Night's Dream, Helena speaks. When shall we three meet again? Macbeth, the first witch, speaks. Good night, good night, parting is such sweet sorrow. Romeo and Juliet, Juliet speaks these lines. The time is out of joint, O curse despite, that ever I was born to set it right. From Hamlet, spoken by Hamlet. We are such stuff as dreams are made on. A line from The Tempest, spoken by Prospero. Out, out, beef can till life is such a walking shadow. It's a line from Macbeth, spoken by Macbeth. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. A line from Romeo and Juliet, spoken by Juliet. It is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. Spoken by Cassius and Julius Caesar. We are made of the same stuff as dreams. Prospero speaks these lines in The Tempest. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves. A line spoken by Cassius and Julius Caesar. I am one who loved not wisely, but too well. Othello speaks in another play, Othello. Misery acquaints a man with the strange bedfellows. A line spoken by Trinculo in The Tempest. There is nothing either good or bad, but a thinking makes it so. Spoken by Hamlet in the play Hamlet. What is done. Spoken by Lady Macbeth in the play Macbeth. Uneasy lies the head that bears the crown. A line from Henry IV Part 2, spoken by Henry IV. O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Is a line spoken by Juliet in Romeo and Juliet. The world is my oyster. Spoken by Pistol in The Merry Wives of Windsor. There is a tide in the affairs of men. Spoken by Brutus and Julius Caesar. I will not budge an inch, Gloucester says in a King Lear.